Episode 1. First rounds on them. Year 4048. Alpha Prime. Dame didn't come to Alpha Prime looking for trouble. Trouble had a way of finding him anyway. The shuttle doors hissed open and the smell hit first. Ozone, recycled liquor, alien spice, and desperation. Alpha Prime wasn't a colony anymore. It was a crossroads. Every species that could sign a trade pact, break a law, or lose a war eventually passed through its gravity well. The Colonial Defense Force kept a polite distance. Dame didn't. He was retired. Officially. 62 years old by Earth clocks. 87 by combat time, thanks to cryo rotations and bad decisions. He rolled his shoulders like a man still wearing armor that wasn't there. The bar was called the Event Horizon, which told you everything you needed to know. No windows. No exits you could reach in a hurry. Gravity dialed a little low so things broke slower and hurt longer. Dame took a seat back to the wall. Old habits don't retire. The bartender wasn't human. 4 arms, 1 eye, voice like gravel in a fan. What'll it be, off-worlder? Something that won't dissolve my liver, Dame said. The bartender paused, confident for a first night. Dame smiled thinly. Been worse. That was when the locals noticed him. 8 of them. Different species, same posture. The universal lean of predators who think the math favors them. Alpha Prime had a saying, if it's alone, it's food. Dame looked very alone. 1 step forward, tall, too many joints, chitin plates polished like trophies. You're sitting in a Dominion booth, relic. Dame took a slow sip. The drink burned. Good. Didn't see your name on it. The alien's mandibles clicked. Laughter rippled behind him. You humans always think age means wisdom, another said. It usually means soft. That's when Dame stood. Not fast, not dramatic. Just enough movement to remind gravity who worked for who. He cracked his neck once. You boys ever hear of the Colonial Defense Force? The first alien sneered. History Channel garbage. Dame nodded. That's fair. The first punch came sloppy. Confidence without competence. Dame caught the wrist, twisted, stepped inside the alien's center line, and drove an elbow into a throat that wasn't built to take blunt force trauma. Cartilage collapsed. The alien folded like bad furniture. The bar went quiet. Then chaos. 2 rushed him, 1 low, 1 high. Dame pivoted, using the low grav to lift, not jump. He let the higher one overcommit, redirected the momentum, and slammed its skull into the bar hard enough to spiderweb alloy plating. The low one caught a boot to the sternum and learned what Newton meant by equal and opposite. A blade came out. Plasma edge. Rookie mistake. Dame grabbed a chair and threw it, not at the blade, but at the alien behind it. Broken spines make excellent distractions. He closed the distance and headbutted the bladed one with a forehead reinforced by 30 years of bad helmets and worse luck. The blade clattered to the floor. 5 down. The last three hesitated. That was their second mistake. Dame moved like a man who had already died once and didn't particularly respect the process. He broke an arm, dislocated a shoulder, and used a tail, someone else's, as an improvised flail. The final alien tried to run. Dame didn't chase. He picked up the plasma blade, weighed it, and threw it end over end. It embedded itself in the bulkhead, a centimeter from the alien's skull. Close enough to make a point, far enough to be merciful. The bar stayed silent. Dame sat back down, breathing steady. He hadn't spilled his drink. The bartender stared. 8. Dame shrugged. Felt like a slow night. Word spread fast on Alpha Prime, faster than comms. By the time Dame finished his second drink, half the bar knew his name, or at least the legend forming around it. An old Marine, retired, beat 8 Dominion bruisers without armor, augments, or backup. Humans, someone whispered. Dame paid and stood to leave. At the door, the bartender called out, "You didn't have to do that." Dame paused. "Yeah, I did." Outside, Alpha Prime glowed. Neon towers, alien constellations. A city built by species that underestimated each other until it was too late. Dame smiled to himself. First night, new world. Same rule as always. Never mistake age for weakness. Never mistake humans for prey. And never start a bar fight with a Colonial Defense Force Marine who finally has nothing left to lose.